Hello and welcome to LOS SBS 329 Research Methods for the Fall of 2025 semester. I am your instructor, Paul G. Caron, and this video will go over the syllabus, Brightspace, and other information that will help you succeed at very high levels in this class. So let's begin by looking at the syllabus. Is some of the information that you need. You can pause and look at this hilarious looking graphic. And the syllabus looks like this. So there's the information on the top. My name is Paul G. Caron. This is my office number. It's a landline, so you know that it's not going to be used very often. This is the second best way of getting in touch with me, through text and phone, but text first, leave your name. That way I'll know who it is. And we can communicate that way. And email is the best way. This is the address. Make sure it's just Caron@maine.edu. I was one of the first ones to get an edu, Maine edu address way back in the 20th century. Yes, I was teaching in the 20th century. And so there's no P or anything like that, because if you do a P Caron, I think it goes to someone in Orono, and that person doesn't necessarily answer. I do have a room at Lewiston Armored Campus. It's in 208D. I don't go there very much, as my office is 6 minutes away from the college here at home, and I do my work from home 90% of the time. And I will meet in the office if you want to see a real life person. And also Zoom is the best way to get in touch with me. And so we will probably meet by Zoom. The text is here, that's Salkine. And I use the electronic one. Obviously, I would use that in my videos, in my lecture videos. So I recommend it because it's very easy to get through. But if you want a hardcover copy, this is the text. There is an APA style manual. You're going to be learning, if you haven't been using APA much, you're going to start using it quite a bit in this class, as it is an important part, especially for your final senior seminar paper. And that looks like this. So go to this site, bookmark it, and it's a very helpful site. You can see the APA guide there. Maybe you used MLA in other courses, maybe in high school and so on, but in social sciences, and that's what you're in right now, it's the APA version. The other site that's important for you to know is that you can have Microsoft Word and Excel here. We do a little bit of Excel to look at, we can also use Google Sheets, but to look at certain aspects of research, because we look at quantitative a little bit, not as much as you would in a stats class. So that site looks like this, and it's free. It's free for you, faculty, staff, and there you are, my students. It's free for you. So check it out if you don't already have it. So that is the information to begin. Like I said, office hours, they're basically from my home at 2 to 4. On Monday, Thursday, it depends. I have slots available at different times. That's basically what it is. And if you do meet, make sure you bring chocolate. Now, the overview of this class is that you're going to familiarize yourself with basic research techniques. As you get to be a big kid in this program, LOS or SBS, you're going to learn that it's now getting close to writing a final research paper. So this is just writing a proposal for a research paper, and it's going to take you step by step. It isn't like, okay, I'll see you in December, pass in your paper, and we're done. No, I'm going to be holding your hand for a while, and then I'll let you cross the street. Just watch out for that big bus coming at you. So you can look at the goals. I know you can read by now, and the objectives. So, and your objectives, just you will develop and demonstrate research literacy. And again, you can look at that here, but we're establishing you as a possible researcher. That's what you will have, the tools to be a researcher for your final paper. Late work, I'm a real pain in the neck on that, and in other places too. I want things on time. And the discussions, posts are important, and they are a big part of your grade. And if you don't do them or you're late, it hurts. So if you don't like your grade at the end of the semester, it's probably not for anything else but the discussions. Sometimes some people will write and say, can I fill in the discussions from last week or 2 weeks ago? I said, what's the point? We're all past that. It's as if you miss a class in a face-to-face course, and you didn't show up, and it's like coming back. Now, let's talk about last week's stuff. Now we're moving on. So keep up with the work. And I do have sympathy. Sometimes things happen for good reasons. If you give me warning before due dates, I don't like it when I get something after a due date and say, oh, by the way, I had an ingrown toenail. I couldn't make it for the paper. Could I have an extension? Probably not. But if you write before and said I have an ingrown toenail and I can't make the paper for tomorrow or in a few days, then I can give you a few more days for that. So let me know before, not after the fact. And if you try to write at 11:59, the day it's due, I have a problem with that because all of the work is available. You'll see on Brightspace that it's all available. The whole course is available for you to see and to enjoy. So enjoy and see it and take a look and mark your calendars and to take time to see what can I do before Thanksgiving? What can I do after Thanksgiving? Services and policies from USM, they're right there. You can scan the QR code if you wish. You've probably seen this on many other syllabi throughout your experience here. So this is what we need to put in, even the COVID face requirement. So here it is for the course. We have 4 basic things to do. Discussion questions every week. You will get a discussion question. It'll be due on the following Friday, and you must respond to at least 1 student. I really like it when you respond to 28 students, even though there are 20 people in the class. Make it a discussion, and you'll learn a lot from these discussion questions. Believe me, that's the most positive part of the class that I get, besides that I'm such a nice guy. So the assignments are 50%. You'll see that there. The assignments will lead you to your research proposal. So that's 70% right there. Then at the end of the semester, you have a presentation. It's as if we had a face-to-face class, and you're going up in front of the class and telling us what your proposal is. And it's your ta-da moment. So that's at the end of the semester. There is no final. There is no midterm either. So there's the discussion questions policy. And here are the assignments. You'll see first you need to get a training certificate if you don't already have one. It's very easy to get, and there's a video on that as well. We'll go to that in the Brightspace, but that's due on September 19th. And that's your first assignment, is to get that training certificate. IRB is the Internal Revenue Board, that Internal Review Board, not Revenue Board, Internal Review Board, and it gives you the ability to become a researcher, because if you're dealing with people, and you usually do in social sciences, then you need permission to do that. So this is just a training certificate, but you will need that for this course. And once you get it, it's good for a couple of years. Question proposal is the second assignment. You can read that. That's due also 26. Literature review draft, the methodology draft, then the peer review. Your peers will review your paper to that point. That's 5 assignments right there, each worth 10. And then the research proposal, December 5th. So all of these 5 assignments that you just did will lead you to your research proposal. So you're going slowly. Then by the 5th, you pass it in. And then by the 12th, you pass in your presentation. And you can see the weekly work here as to what's going to be due here. So that's all there, and that's also on Brightspace. So that's basically the idea of the syllabus. Learn it, memorize it, and recite it. The second basic part of this video is Brightspace. And I can't find a good GIF what am I trying to say here? Visual, just trying to be funny, and I can't do it. So I'm going to go to Brightspace. So Brightspace, get the B here for bananas. So you click that on, and you get to Brightspace. And right here is the announcements page. There are no announcements yet, but I will tell you, I will make an announcement, of course, before the course starts. And then every Friday, you will hear from me. You'll read from me. So make sure you catch that. Read the announcements, because sometimes there's little gems of enjoyment and intelligence in there. So that's the basic idea of the announcements. Right here, content is the main thing. So let me get the content here. This is the one of the more important pages in Brightspace. So as you can see, as we start first week of September 1, and the year 2005. And then we have all of these here. You can see going down right there that we have the whole semester, and they're all available. I'm not hiding any of them, so you can get an idea of when things are available. If you each chapter has a lecture video that I made, and you can get them there, or they will be on there. So let me just show you, for instance, week 1, and this is what you see. Okay, you don't see all the other stuff, but make sure you read this week's announcement. It isn't up yet. It will be, and you're going to read chapters 1 and 2. So there's a video for chapter 1, and there's a video for chapter 2. You can see they're 24 and 28 minutes long. So yeah, they're a little bit long, but so are the chapters. And then when you get to the discussion here, it says to respond to discussion 1 by a certain date, and you're going to respond to another person's post by a date, and you click on and the discussion is there. So, in fact, I will show you. There's the discussion. Ta-da, it's right there. So this page with content is very important. The other important area is the assessments page. So you get a choice here. We have assessments, and all of the assessments are here with the videos. So if you click on to assessment 1, and I'll click it on and edit, because if I click on, then everybody's name shows up, and I don't want that to be seen. And it looks like this. And I'm going to even make it bigger. I don't know why it's not bigger right now. So I'm editing as we talk. Look at that, folks. Pretty cool, huh, for an old guy to be able to do that. So you're going to do your training certificate, and there's a video right here. So if you click that on and you go to the video, it'll show up. I'm not going to play it right now because I don't want to hear my nasally voice as much as you do.
About 30 days for an IRB report.
So it sounds right there. So that stops it. So that's what each week, each assignment is looking like. And you know the due dates. It's matching what it is in the syllabus all the way down to the bottom, the presentation, December 12th, 2025. The other part of the assessments page is the discussions. All the discussions are available. So I just showed you discussion 1 and 2 all the way down. You've got them all there. They'll be available. They're not available. You can't see them all except during the week. So we go by week. That's the only thing that I hide from you. Not really hide, but you just don't need to see them right now. And then there's a grade section, as you can see right here. I'm not going to click it on because everybody's name is on there, and I don't need to show you that. And those are the 3 areas: assignments, discussions, and grades. If you want to write an email, this is another way to do it. Email there. You'll get to see my email anyway. It'll automatically come up if you put caron@maine.edu. So that's Brightspace. Simple as that. So let's finally go back to our title page. And this is information. If you didn't get it here, I lied. That's not me. Thank you for being flat, but that's before I got sick. I will say it again. Email is the best thing. This is my cell. You can text, then call. I do have an office, and if you really need to see me right there, then give me a call and we'll make arrangements. There is an office phone, but again, text me is easier. I do get messages. It's a high-level landline where I'll get a PDF announcement. So that is basically it for this video. I look forward to working with you. And remember that we're trying to make you think like a researcher, and that's the point of this class. Thank you. Looking forward to working with you. Take care.